Called up collector, here to show off stuff and chat with you. Called up collector, movies and more is what we do. Called up collector, sit back and relax, here comes the show. Called up collector, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
I liked it. I like the new intro. It's very, very nice.
Did the music play on your end for some reason?
Yeah, I had the music.
It didn't on my end. I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Seems like everything's working all right over here. So, I'm sorry. We have to start I have to start every live stream with us talking about some production problems. So I'm sorry, everybody.
Hey, so far so good. It's better than last week.
Yeah.
And speaking of last week, we are going to spin the wheel of death for our ballerina giveaway that was supposed to happen last week. I wrote down everybody's names and sent them to John, and John put them on the wheel. I don't know what screen I'm looking at right now. Is that me or you? Oh, there it is. What happened?
My bad. It didn't ever switch to this. Getting a little infinity.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we got everybody that joined us last week on the wheel. We will we're gonna do our weekly pickups real fast. So give time for hopefully all those people that joined us last week to hop on in this week. That way, hopefully they'll be here when we spin the wheel after our we're gonna go back and forth on our weekly pickups real fast. If you haven't noticed, Lauren's not here tonight. Mike is also not here tonight. So it's just me and John tonight. We are here on multiple YouTubes, and we are over on Instagram. As always, if you want to, we try to go back and check the comments on Instagram. But if you want to come over to YouTube, we can see all those comments, whether you watch us on Cults Collectors, my YouTube, John YouTube, and Mike's YouTube. So we got 4 YouTube live streams happening right now. Hit up any of those if you want to drop us a question that we can see fast. If you put it over on Instagram, it does take us a hot minute. But yeah, we were going to knock out our weekly pickups before we did the Wheel of Death. Hopefully everyone that was here last week, that gives them time to join us so we can all say hooray to the winner. But yeah, man, I don't know how, my stack, I thought my stack was going to be bigger, but then I ended up getting a mail package of like 4 or 5 steelbooks that I bought off a guy on Facebook. So I've got new stuff and old stuff to show off.
Yeah, I have some stuff. I have quite a bit, and I might not go through everything. Might save some, so I don't know what I'm getting next week, but I'll try to. I'll probably just go through them real quick. Or you can watch my TikTok, and you can see them there.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I guess you did say that. Sorry, I was blowing with this stuff. I guess Lauren and Mike's receiving. Mike's having surgery, so today, and Lauren, I guess tattoo artists only work on Wednesdays apparently.
So I think Lauren got the color put on her arm, and now she just wants to go lay down. Which I've gotten tattoos and never gotten tattooed that big and that much color. That's probably a lot. She'd probably just be here in pain the whole time, not really paying attention to anything that's happening. So it's fine.
Have to make
yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got some comments happening over here.
I'm trying to think what people who weren't here last week need to put in there so I know that they're not on there, so I don't have to search every time for so I don't have to search for everybody's name each week.
Oh yeah. Movie Hunter's making sure that your computer finally updated to Windows 95, so you're back with us.
It would probably run better if I had Windows 95.
It probably would. Jim got the Predator Badlands. You got you got the Road to Rage steelbook. Mine got pushed. I'm not getting mine till next week now, so that sucks. Sorry, I missed that one. What's this one?
Did you get the song done in the style of Steel Panther, or is that just a coincidence?
It's just coincidence, but I like where you were with that. I should have. Yeah. I forget what my prompt was, but I wrote the lyrics and then prompted it to do a style, and it shot out 2 versions, and I like that one better. So we roll with that. So far, so good.
Yeah, that program is crazy. I've been because I can if I want a theme like just like a video
Yeah.
or something, I can just do it. I made 2 videos last week, one with like a YouTube or excuse me, an Amazon little short Amazon song. Nothing complicated, but just it's crazy. If you just tell it kind of generally what you want, it'll do it. Or it can
Yeah.
make a whole song too, and
Oh, yeah.
it'll write the lyrics and everything.
Yeah, I thought when I first downloaded it that it was only gonna be like 30-second snippets to where if you wanted like a full thing, you gotta pay for it. But no, it dishes out 3 to 4-minute long songs. It's crazy. Hello, Jim.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got the Predator Battling. I'm gonna show that off tonight. Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray 2011. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't grab my Toy Stories. I think I can't remember if I
Was
kept the Blu-ray stills or if I got rid of them when they did those 4K. I'd have to go look at my collection.
I have some from that era. I didn't are they, like, rare now? I think I have, like, Toy Story maybe 1 and 2 or one of them.
Yeah,
Are they the ones that are in the blue had the blue slip covers, or are you talking about steel books?
he's probably talking about Steelbooks.
Okay. But they were high as crap back then. They were,
Yeah.
like, $30
Uh,
or something. That was when they were expensive, or 30 or something. Yeah, they were really expensive.
oh yeah.
I think it's when the average was, like, $20 or something like that. Oh, but, let's see here. What do you wanna show your stuff, or what do you wanna do here?
I got like, how about I'll knock out these 4 that I got that are the new titles before I get into that Facebook purchase.
Okay.
But I got the Now You See Me, Now You Don't Steelbook.
No.
It does a cool little effect when you take the slip off where you can't really, yeah, it's hard to see in this light, but you can't see some of the actors on that, but then when you pull it out,
Now you
they're
see,
there.
now you don't.
Do what?
I said, now you see.
Yeah,
I said, now
exactly.
you see, now you don't.
So that's pretty cool. And the back is it does kind of the same effect when you remove
That's cool.
the blue. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. That's the first time I've seen something like that. So once you get the steel book out, it's pretty cool. It's a
Right.
pretty cool steel book. But the slip definitely adds to it. I didn't see this one in theater. So I like the first 2. So I'm anxious to watch this one for sure. And I had to get this one because I got the first one, but I got the Five Nights at Freddy 2 steelbook. There's like 0 point of owning this movie. My 2 oldest sons drug me to the theater when this came out. They're like, "We want to go see it," and then we watched it, and they were both like, "Okay." Like, it did not live up to the hype that the first one did, I guess. And then I got that. Who did Shout did this? Yeah, Shout did the Nightcrawler 4K steelbook. That one's cool. It's got a cool wraparound art. Super excited to get that one. And as mentioned in the comments, it was late. It just arrived today. I was getting nervous. I was going to get put on that. Sorry, we have to cancel your order. But there is the Predator Badlands Steelbook. Awesome wraparound art.
Nice. I haven't seen that. Was that pretty good?
I haven't seen it either, even though it's streamed and I can watch it at any time, all the time. And I haven't watched it yet. So it's still on my watch list. I
saw
heard.
the last one.
Do what?
I saw the last one where it was like basically like a Native American
Prey?
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one pretty good.
Those are the you want to show off some of yours? Those are the 4 new titles.
I'll start
I've
off
got
with a
like
couple
4 or
steel
5
books.
that I got on Facebook.
I'll start off with a couple of steel books here. I picked up the Ben. Oh, yeah. The Ben Hur. Sorry, I forget. Yeah. Got the Ben Hur.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't get that now, and now I'm regretting it.
That's embossed there. It's
Oh, is it?
raised. Yeah.
Oh,
The only thing on it that is, but It's also a wraparound.
Nice. Oh yeah. See, I swore I ordered that, but I looked back and I did not.
I'll take one disc out. I'm not taking all three of them, but pretty cool. Pretty cool scene. Looking forward to watching that on 4K. Very good.
Oh yeah, I like to hear how it turned out.
And I also picked up the Nightcrawler 4K steelbook.
Yes.
I like that cover a lot.
Yeah, it's that's so good. I forget the artist. I follow the artist on Instagram.
It's kind of a wraparound too. They've started doing that more. I think people. There is a picture inside. It's just Jake Gyllenhaal. I guess it's nothing special. Really cool. I really like that movie. It took me forever to watch it. I owned it for a long time and then didn't watch it, and then I finally took a gander at it. But I picked up the Pee-wee's Big Adventure 4K Criterion.
Oh, nice. I still haven't watched it yet, but I got that too. It's freaking great.
I wish I generally don't complain about it, but I wish they'd kind of done maybe a more special edition with it.
Yeah, me too. Especially with all the artwork inside and out.
Oh.
Like that could use a slip or some sort of like special casing that they've done in the past.
I do like the artwork on it. I like the style of artwork. It kind of matches the Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's just a star back there. It's nothing. There's nothing there. It's just like a yellow star. But it kind of almost matches the Pee-wee's Playhouse artwork on the stuff like that. But it looked good though. I watched it a couple nights ago. The transfer looks good. Now this is something I've saved the whole time just so I could bring it on here and show everybody. And I made a TikTok video about it, but it's this crap right here. This is how this Blu-ray came from Amazon. This is how it was shipped.
What?
Oh shit! I probably showed. Well, it doesn't matter if you see my address. It doesn't matter. But yeah. But that's how it came. This is how it showed up on my doorstep. It showed up to the doorstep. It might have been more acceptable if it was in the mailbox, but this is how it came from Amazon.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, at least it wasn't a slipcover. So at least it didn't have a slipcover on it. I got to see them doing that.
Yeah. But I picked up that Past Lives, I think it's Korean.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think that won some awards several years ago, and ever since I seen it from them, I wanted to buy it, and then I forget about it. I'm pretty sure this is Korean. This isn't Japanese. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is Korean. Sorry, I don't have my magnifying glass. If I see the actor's name, I'll know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they're Korean actors. Just by names. What else? Okay. Sorry if I'm taking too long here. I'll try to hurry through them. I got that Shane 4K. Kino Lorber said, "This is a beautiful cover. I like this. It's one of my favorite.
I like that.
One of my favorite, maybe one of the best Westerns ever made. It's up there. Probably top 20 for sure. This 4K. And there's nothing real special showing the inside, even though I do think Kino Lorber's got one of the best designs for their 4K discs, or for their disc design. I picked up that Ma and Pa Kettle Blu-ray set. There's some good, a couple funny movies in here. The first one's good. Well, the first one's actually called The Egg and I, which is not a Ma and Pa Kettle movie. They were in it, and that's what inspired them to. People responded to the Ma and Pa Kettle characters, and they made a spinoff and 9 more movies. But it seemed like I watched all these on DVD, and it seemed like you have to get to the last one. I think it's the Kettles on Old McDonald, but Pa Kettle isn't in it. It's just Ma Kettle. So I don't know what happened to the actor and I don't know if he passed away or whatever happened. But this is Death on the Nile.
Oh yeah,
The Agatha Christie. This is the 78 version. This has Peter Vistinov. I think it's Vistinov, Jane Bergen. None of these names are. Betty Davis, actually. Mia Farrow. Oh, never mind. There's got some big names. Angela Lansbury, David, Jack Warden. Wow. George Kennedy. That's a heck of a cast.
yeah.
This is another good looking one. Same stuff, same look.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'll try to get through these quick as I can. I picked up Airport, a 4K.
Oh, nice.
I didn't realize how many of these were. They had them there, and I decided I didn't want to spend that much money. I picked them up at first, and some of the other ones, and then I picked up this one. This is Airport 75. I don't know what the sequel was. I don't know if it's this one or a different one. But when I got up to the line, the guy that he's always there at my Barnes and Noble. It's an older guy, and he knows a lot about movies. And he was like, "It looks like you got the best and the worst of the Airport movies." But I thought that was pretty funny. This next movie, I'm not going to show because I actually don't know the name. It's like a Japanese version of this movie. It's supposed to be a big movie. It was kind of tied in with some of that other stuff I was showing you before, but I'm sorry that it's all in Japanese, so I don't know if it's even a translated version. It even has subtitles or anything, but I found it and I picked it up. Sorry if I'll try to let you guys know a little more about it in the future. This is a Japanese movie. This is a Criterion of the Tokyo Story. It's supposed to be a pretty good movie. I don't know a lot about it, but it's supposed to be pretty good, though. And two more things.
Yep, get down. Tornado's coming.
Evidently. But I picked up that South Park season 21 through 25. Just the DVDs. Now they do have these on Blu-ray. I wasn't sure about that. But they do have a lot of these on Blu-ray, but I don't know if it's worth rebuying them or not. I have all of it together now. So, but last but not least, here I've got this beautiful set through Jody that came in today.
Oh, nice. That guy there, good.
Came in yesterday, technically. No, it came in. So this is I have it upside down. Yeah, I did. I had it upside down. This is the Godzilla -1. Who released this? I'm sorry. I bought it from you. I don't know who released it.
You know what? I don't remember it. I thought the story goes. Originally, this set dropped and it came with a bonus steelbook, but it was like an Amazon Japan exclusive. And then they redid it like that. And then I thought when they redid it, it was still going to be a Amazon Japan exclusive, but then they also released it in Germany. So it just didn't have the steelbook anymore. It was just the box with the 4 discs and stuff like that. But the set, it's put together great. It's such a great set.
4K and 3 more Blu-ray discs. I haven't sat down and explored to see what all's on them yet. Really nice set though. Appreciate it. Hooking me up with that.
Yeah, no problem.
So, yeah, it comes with this book. It's got a bunch of other stuff. Was this a German release or is it?
Yes, that was the German print of it.
Yeah, this booklet. Oh, there we go. I guess it's just it's probably all in German too, isn't it?
I think so.
That's all right. That's cool. It's got
brush up on your German
art. Yeah,
it's got some good images in there too.
All right, everybody. I'm sorry. That's all I'll show out of it. So sorry I took up so much time. Caught up now from 2 weeks. Last week screw up on my part with the computer.
Last week was wild. Well, like I said, I just went ahead and threw it in this week's show since we're down 2 people, so we probably need to fill some more time anyway. But I did make a Facebook purchase of a few stills that I needed. So they're all open, but they're all in great shape. He had quite a few actually, but I had to grab these. I'm sorry that Lauren isn't here because I got this steelbook that would probably make her mad. But I got the old Blu-ray steelbook for Krampus.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a cool steelbook. No embossing or anything, but I believe this was a German. Yeah, it was a German too.
Hey Kenny, what's going on?
And then I grabbed the steelbook. This was a France steelbook for Time Out. I like this movie. I thought this movie was pretty cool. Nothing on the inside, which is sad. And then I got this steelbook. I don't know anything about this movie other than they kill people and then they eat them. And I need to watch it, but I thought this was cool, and it had a steelbook, so this guy had a really good price on it. But it's called Fresh Meat.
That looked interesting,
doesn't it? That's why I grabbed it. It was like dirt cheap. But
I got that. It kind of has that that text on the top of it, like the well, that's the Tarantino movie, but it's Rodriguez, the Grindhouse.
Yeah, the Grindhouse stuff.
It has that text style on there. Yeah.
And then I also grabbed a Blu-ray steelbook for Geostorm. We got the sequel coming up, but I found this out of print. It's pretty cool. I don't think this one
was a Blu-ray, but I like that they went with that.
Yeah.
Looks like a little better printing where they had it on the steel.
And the last one I grabbed, which I was surprised was it's got an embossed frame. The title's embossed. It's a very, very well put together steelbook, but it's for Noah, the Russell Crowe. But I was surprised it came with this much like awesomeness to it. Like
that's pretty cool.
That's a lot just for something that didn't come from like a premium or anything. This was just a German release. But that was it. That was the stack of Facebook buys. So I guess was that all your pickups, John?
Yeah.
All right. So we're about almost 25 minutes in. That should have given hopefully everyone that was here last week plenty of time to jump in. Last week we promised a giveaway, but we were unable to fulfill that promise because John's computer crashed. So I wrote down everybody's name that commented last week and gave them to John, and John put them on our wheel of death. And we're going to do like we love to do. We're going to spin the wheel, and as your name comes up, you get kicked off. So it's a last man standing situation, and we're going after the collector edition of Ballerina.
Trying to see if anybody come in that might want on it. We had one person. I put that Carlos on there.
Oh, cool. Carlos, you're on the way.
Let's see. Steve Moody, are you on here?
I think Steve Moody is. I could pull up the list.
Yeah, I don't see him on the list too. So okay. I'll put him in. I think that's about the only person. If you're in the chat and
yeah, let me glance over my Instagram real fast to make sure.
Oh, thank you.
Nobody wants to be put on.
Sorry, everybody. We are moving slow this evening. I'm moving slow this evening, trying to get.
You're good. I know you've been showing some of the comments in the bottom. I'm just going to skim through on my side screen while you're getting set up. Oh yeah, put Steve on there. There it is. It's the Wheel of Death. Do we have movie underscore collector underscore manic? I like saying that.
Movie collector maniac.
Yep.
Yeah, let me get you on here.
We'll get you on there, buddy. Hopefully, everybody that was on here, in here last week that's on this wheel is here, or at least if they win, hope they're here.
I'm just gonna put you under movie maniac.
We'll know who you are.
Yeah. Shorthand. Acres of movies. I don't think you were on there, are you? But have you seen any of the controversy? I guess it's controversy, but some of the AI stuff that they've been talking about. That did you see anything about that? That I can't remember company's done it, but they put out their AI and it's like an updated version of it, and they made that fight scene between Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and it's like crazy. It's coming.
Yeah, I've seen some like scenes from like people are just making movies and they look fine, y'all.
Yeah.
They look fine. That's a lot. It's kind of like I think I saw one today. It was RoboCop fighting Terminator. I'm like, you know what? If there was ever going to be two franchises that merged, I would be totally fine with that. It was pretty sweet looking.
Oh, okay. Acres of movies was on there. Thank you. Okay. You guys want to go ahead and do this? Were you wanting to do this or do it at the end?
I mean, we can do it whenever. I was just gonna knock it out here just since it's basically from last week.
Okay. That's fine. We can go ahead and do it.
We can do it. We can start spinning the wheel and see what happens. Again, if your name gets pulled, that means you're out. So don't get excited.
No problem. Here we go. I don't know if
Here we go.
Music queued up, so it might just be silent. So I don't know.
Oh man, freaking movie hunter, dude, you're always here. How dare you lose? That's rude. First one out too. God. It's not us, man. It's the Wheel of Death. We have no control. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's so close. Oh, Carlos. Sorry, bro. You're out. I think we ended up with like 15 in the end. This is a pretty good stack. Da, 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 da. Oh, no. We are sorry. You're gone. And we move on. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Oh, almost got you, Gino, but we missed you this time. Is that Alex? Alex, terribly sorry. You are out. I'm going to hold up what's up again. This is what we're going after. This collector edition has a steel book, a poster, a booklet. Man, they keep getting close on the line. Steve, sorry, Steve Moody. We apologize to you, good sir. We're spinning.
Laid in early out.
I know, right?
Simpsons fan.
Not Simpsons fan. Boo. I was fighting for you, bro. I was fighting for you. And we're spinning.
Wish I had some Simpsons special sound effects there with the dope. That'd be a good one to have. Oh no, Kenny.
Kenny. Yeah. Sorry, Kenny. You're gone. And Oh, who's that?
Dale.
Dale. Boo. Sorry, Dale. Oh, we're getting close. Are we down to 6? We're down to our final 6. Oh, it's still moving. It's still moving.
Oh.
Oh, Acres and Movies. Sorry about that. You were there, man. You stuck to it. Here we go. Top 5. Ooh, these spaces are getting bigger. Uh-oh. Looks like Shane's out. Sorry. Final 4. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, is it gonna clear? Oh no, it cleared. Which one's that? No Bad Movie. Well, it was a bad night. I can tell you that much. 3. Final 3. Oh. J-Max. Dang. What's our final 2? We got freaking
Movie Maniac.
Movie Maniac
Gino
sticking to the
Cuddy.
end. And
Haven't seen Gino here tonight.
Gino, you sneaky bastard.
Oh.
Oh, Gino. You made it to the final 2, my friend, but unfortunately, you were that number 2. And our winner is movie Hunter Maniac, right?
Movie Collection Maniac.
Collector. I'm sorry.
Movie
Collector Maniac. You are the winner of this what is limited? Is it limited or collector? Collector edition of Ballerina. If you could, quickest way to get a hold of me is go over to Stills Racing 4Ks right there over on Instagram and send me a direct message, or you can send me an email at stillsraisin4ks@gmail.com. That way we can get your information so we can send you this in the mail ASAP. Congratulations again. That was exciting. So tonight's theme is Holy Grails. I grabbed a good stack. My stack was small when I thought there was going to be 4 of us, but my stack got bigger so we could fill some time because we are only about 32 minutes into the show. So
at the end, if we run out of steam, we might have to.
We're gonna run out of steam, I'm telling you. So I said we just take this nice and slow and just go one at a time, back and
forth. Yeah.
Back and forth. And we'll be checking in the comments. Actually,
yes. Go ahead. I assume you're going to say what I was going to say.
Let's go ahead and check on the comments because I know we were getting blown up during the Wheel of Death. Just check in and make sure we're not missing any questions.
I think Mr. Dan was on there. If he wasn't, I'm sorry if we didn't get him in there. Apologize.
Oh, there'll be more
next time. We'll be having more. At least.
Oh, there will be more.
Trying to see where we're at on here.
We probably have a lot of people just like, oh crap, the Incredible still. Yeah.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Everybody post your kind of White Whales or Holy Grails in your collection.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It could be just something you consider. That's what kind of my stack is. And it's not nothing because everybody's got everything anymore. At least all the big collectors for the most part, you know how it is. You can see these videos. Everybody's got everything anymore. So it's hard to, well, not every, you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Now, Movie Hunter being a good sport.
I'm stuff I shouldn't be. I'm pulling up conversational stuff. I'm not paying attention. Okay. Movie Hunter for the next time. Okay. See. Let's see. You can go to Cloud City for a quick vacation, or you can go to Dagobah to a spa that Yoda made for 2 weeks.
I go to Cloud City for sure.
I just feel like I'm having a really awkward night. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm kind of silent. 'Cause I did an interview on Sunday with a collector that it'll be coming out as like a special edition on Friday. Hopefully, I'll have it out on Friday.
No.
I'll tell you a little more about it later.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Here, Acres of Movies. Would you rather have a Rubik's Cube movie or a laser tag movie about the production origin, more like an adaptation of the product? Okay, a Rubik's Cube movie or a laser tag, probably a laser tag movie.
Yeah, I would go laser tag.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's been any kind of laser tag movies or anything. I can't think of anything.
They always throw it in like the sequences of the first date. That's about it.
Yeah. We used to have a laser thing over here in Lexington. It was called Laser Quest. It was fun. It was like back.
Oh, I remember Laser Quest. That was like a yeah, that was they had those in multiple places.
Yeah. They'd taken out, like, basically renovated an old tobacco warehouse kind of towards the downtown area in Lexington and made it into it. Then like below it was and underneath of it was like restaurants. There was like a restaurant, and then there was a place called CD Central, which was like really great. It still exists now. It's a CD store, sells vinyl, CDs and stuff, but it's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Let's see here. I hit the wrong thing. Cars and Cars 2 on Blu-ray, 2019. Henry Rodriguez. Is that out?
Oh yeah.
I have some of that stuff. I can't remember what I have though. I
No,
don't go through lists very often. Hey Gino, I'm sorry you didn't hit you got close.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna have you. I want to have Gino back on again too sometime. Pretty soon.
Oh yeah. 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 I told him because he had a long list of stuff he had in the pipeline. I said, well, once some of that stuff actually starts getting out there, you want to promote it. Come on
I always
back.
like having good storytellers because I'm not a good storyteller. I always like having people like that on there. My holy grail is to find a fair recording of DuckTales, the movie Treasure of the Lost Lamp, the movie Treasure of the Lost Lamp from Disney Channel from 1991 with the original bumpers and commercials. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing those commercials would be awesome.
Yeah. Seemed like I kind of remember that. When was that from? 91? Yeah.
I probably saw it. I freaking love the DuckTales.
I probably didn't because we didn't, the town I lived in, we didn't have a Disney Channel on our cable. We didn't have anything hardly. That's why I think that's why like Mystery Science Theater or something. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's why it's so impressionable because I didn't get to see it. So seeing it later on in life, it made me appreciate it more,
Oh yeah.
Seeing it every week. Yeah, that's a good one.
I freaking love that show.
There was a Rubik's Cube cartoon in the 80s. Wow. I guess I'll just start here real quick. This is kind of a holy grail for me. I'm a big fan of Cowboy Bebop, and they used to have a set out that was one of the first sets that came out, at least in the United States, it came in like a box with a top it would lift off of it. But I didn't, back in that day, I didn't know how you could get that. So I remember going to it was like Amazon Marketplace. Amazon used to have a marketplace or a long time ago. And this was like I don't know where this came from. It's not that rare, I don't think, but I love this edition because it's basically what came in that big box set, but it's condensed. They basically added more episodes to each disc. But the quality still seems good. It didn't seem like they over compressed it to fit it on the box. But I always love the artwork on here. It's kind of more custom artwork for it from the show than anything. I mean, on the back but it seems to be kind of an official release. It's kind of strange. But I just like how it's laid out on the inside. And then you have your discs in here.
Oh, nice.
But it's just like a 3-disc set. They condensed everything to 3 discs. So I think the other was maybe like a 5-disc, but it may have had special features. I knew somebody that had it, but I never did buy it. I've went back and looked into buying it, but it don't go for insane prices, but I'm not real interested. I've got it like 2 different versions of it on Blu-ray, and there's no real need for it. That's kind of my first one right there. That's probably my one Holy Grail. But when I ordered it, I thought I was just ordering like kind of a best. I thought I was ordering something else, and then this showed up, and I was like, wow, this is like the whole series. It's kind of early on the slip covers.
Well, one of mine I picked because I just kind of went with like some of these are Holy Grails, as in like you can't get them anymore. Others are Holy Grails just because they kind of mean something to me. This was my first purchase of an Arrow video. This is when I discovered them, when they were putting out this box. So I like that, but it's for all 4 of the House movies, and they've since gone back and reissued this box, but in a different. It's not as cool as this. This is the original print of the box set. I think they took out the big hardback book that's in here when they did the reprint, and I think some of the artwork was different too. But House and House 2, I remember from when I was a kid, and the fact that they did 3 and 4 in this box set just makes me laugh. It was this. I think it was this box set was the first time I watched 4. I didn't even know there was a 4th one. But I remembered 3. I remember seeing it a long time ago going, this is just silly. But they're all silly. That's why I like them. But yeah, there's 4. Brought back the original dude. So that was my first time. And it came with this really, really cool hardback book with a bunch of contents, images, and behind the scenes stuff, interviews. But yeah, this is one of my grails only because it was the first Arrow video that I got, and it's been a nightmare ever since because I got hooked into Arrow and I started hunting down their older releases, a lot of their UK exclusive releases from back in the day. So I went once this got in my life, I went on an Arrow binge, and I was just buying Arrow left and right.
Movie 100 said, my Holy Grail was a steelbook that was costly, made in Abyss. Made in Abyss. Took me forever to find it at a good price, but no Grails now since I'm only needing to keep steelbooks up to date.
You hunted all of the Grails. There's still one out there that I need that I always think about, and I know two people that have multiple copies of it, and yet we can't seem to do anything.
For anybody in the chat, where I'm kind of behind, what is kind of the most sought after out of print thing right now? Because it used to be like stuff like Dogma and stuff and that stuff. You know, everything is kind of sought after that's out of print. What's like? Because I don't really know at the moment. Like I could look it up, obviously, but. So if anybody knows that answer, it'd be cool to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine at the moment is Survivor Ballad, 3 films by Shoei Imura from Arrow.
Oh, and I don't think I have that. I'll have to look that up when we're over with. I don't think I have that.
There's so many. It sounds like a Japanese movie. It sounds pretty. That'd be pretty interesting. Oh, okay. Gremlins 3, where you think... Oh, Gremlins 3. Where you think it would take place? Las Vegas? Mars or somewhere else?
I'm questioning everything about Gremlins 3. I don't understand why we're doing it. So, but it's coming. Most
Gremlins,
likely they're gonna try to pull at our heartstrings and just go back to the town. I mean, probably gonna be like a Christmas get together back home is what it's probably gonna end up being.
Gremlins 3, like maybe in Vegas, but I don't know, maybe it's Caesar's Palace because that place is really big. Like in one like that, or like uh Paris or something like that. I don't know. One of those places. I don't know. One in like a very large location where they explode and like where there's a fountain. Well, what's the one with the big fountain where they could get in and just multiply like into millions and it would just be some kind of like almost like a massacre.
They did it in the first one inside
Yeah,
that store,
yeah.
and then
Sneak
2 is when they were all over inside that lockdown skyscraper. It was like a production house, and they had scientists for some reason. It was a wild movie.
My next ones, I've got 4 things, but they're all like kind of all tied together. And Gino might be able to help me with some of this too. But this is a show that, as far as I can tell, you can't find it on. You can't find it any complete collections on it. This was Burns and Allen. This was
Okay.
George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Yeah.
This is a really funny show. I just got these like little collections. I got like this collection, and some of these had they're just whoops. That still has cellophane on it. I hadn't even opened it. And like these 2 little slim cases, it came. I love the bill. I wish they would. I don't know if it's just like lost film. It just can't be. It can't be reproduced, or it's rights issues or whatever, like everything else. But that show's funny. Gracie Allen's just hilarious on it. She plays kind of the dumb blonde and does it very well.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll go with this one. This one was hard to find, but Eureka, I think they are. Are they England? Are they Australia? I don't remember right now.
What were you talking about? Maybe what are you? Don't leave me in suspense. What are you missing? What's she referring to?
Oh, is it the movie? Oh, it's probably okay, yeah, the steelbook that I was looking for most likely. It's for Lost in Translation.
Oh.
It's a Zavvi exclusive Blu-ray steelbook.
That'd be a cool one.
It's a beautiful steelbook, and I've got two different. One guy I know has 3 copies, and they're still sealed. I'm like, what are we doing? I feel like you keeping 2 is fine. I don't know why you need 3, but we're still going back and forth on that one. But when I see stuff like that, it just pisses me off.
Okay. They were filmed in Kinescope as they were filmed live. Yeah, I mean, they were definitely filmed, but it's probably like films went bad, I guess, is what happened. Vinegar syndrome. Yeah, I don't know either. I could do more research. There's surely some people out in Hollywood that can answer those questions. I just bad about stuff like that. There's probably could get in contact with certain people, but I don't know certain people like that. So. But yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, the first 2 House movies are awesome. But that box set, and like I said, they did do a reprint though that was slightly smaller, but you still got all 4 films. It's like it may be a while to resume production on TV shows. I feel a lot of passion for it. No. Well, come on now. We got to pump up Gino. But yeah, I mean, we'll have you back anytime, buddy. I just thought you might want something to promote. But yeah, we'll talk. We're actually going to probably this week sometime. I think we're going to post. There'll be a post up on my Instagram calling for anybody that wants to come on and just be our guest. Probably start making like a calendar and start filling it up. just to have other people come in, show off what they've got, and get to know them. Do some back and forth and have the chat chime in too. We love having our guests. So be watching for that post, and you can hit up any of us to get on. Anyway, I was going to show off this Eureka Steelbook for the OG. I'm talking 1922 Nosferatu. It took me a long time to find this guy in good condition. It's a really boring back, but Eureka did several steals back in the day, and they did really cool cover art, and then nothing on the back.
Nice.
But yeah, it came with a really, I mean, it's a small booklet, but it's got so many. I mean, it's got a table of contents, for God's sakes. But like old pictures, steals from the movie. I think that's from like the script. Yeah, there's like script notes in here. It's really, really cool. There's a cool picture.
I need to get a good copy of Nosferatu because I have some of those old collections that it's on.
Yeah.
Probably the old crappy. I need to get an updated transfer of it.
Where am I stacking stuff? Right there.
Okay. And I was telling Jody before he started, like he's kind of doing movies, and I decided to kind of do television because, like, my movies, I've got a lot of movies, but I don't really know right now if I have any like out of print stuff really, and I don't find a lot of my stuff to be like holy grail kind of things, but I do find a few things that I have in the television, and this is one I found a while back. It's not out of print or anything, but it's just oddball to find it. It's the Bad News Bears television show.
The television show.
Yeah, it has looks like well, what's his name? Warden. Is it Al Warden? It's not Al Warden. That was an astronaut.
Close enough.
But John Ritter's dad in Problem Child.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's doesn't say on here. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's him. Yeah, kind of a weird thing. I think I watched a couple episodes. I didn't finish all of it, but that's interesting. That's stuff I kind of. Yeah, Jack Warden. Thank you.
Anything going on in the comments before I move on?
Let me see here.
Oh yeah. That's biography in German.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, let's see here. I apologize, people over on Instagram. I've kind of forget to look over. I've got a comment over here. Okay, I got Carpool Dad Podcasts. My holy grail was an old anime called Knights of the Zodiac. Have you guys heard of it? Actually, I haven't. I have to check it out. They made other movies and all, but original series was awesome. But the original series was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for joining over here. I hope you. Sorry if I didn't. Sorry if this goes for me and Jody if we don't.
Yeah.
We don't recognize you over on there, but we don't get like our Instagram comments don't come up in the main feed over here, so we kind of got to do it separate. So we apologize. But
Yeah.
thanks for the comments.
John's got it made over there. He's got separate screens. I'm having to go back in different tabs. So, but we are watching.
You ought to try to find you a little monitor to set off to the side.
Oh yeah.
Because yours has HDMI port on it, don't it? You just plug that HDMI port in and it'll mirror, it'll add another.
That's true.
screen.
That's true. I need.
They don't cost very much anymore either. Let's see here. Yeah, no comments so far. Is it my turn or did you go?
Okay, cool.
I think it's your turn.
I think it's mine. Yeah, you did the whoops. You did the Bad News Bears. I'll do this one. This one I falls under Grail because I was looking and I've almost got the Mondo Steelbook series complete. And so I was looking at that series and thought, well, out of all of them, I'd probably go with number 0 that they did for Drive. This is a really cool, and it's got just the Mondo did the steel slips before Lionsgate. So this is OG, but that's a really cool steelbook. I used to know who did this on the artwork. I don't remember the name. I'd have to go look it up. I probably should have done that before since I knew I was going to pull it. But the insides, even the discs, have got really cool artwork to them. But yeah, it's a great, I mean, obviously it's a great movie, but it fell under Grail for me because out of the Mondo series that I've almost completed, that's probably the hardest one to get. This and one of the first time they did the Avengers. But yeah, I've got almost there. I think I'm missing like five Mondo titles before I have the complete set, unless they start dishing out new ones. So there was mine. What you got next?
I have another interesting one. This is like probably once again, it's not a super rare one, but it might be. I don't know. But this is the Ghostbusters.
Oh, the
original Ghostbusters.
The original Ghostbusters, yeah.
This is the one you guys remember the second. Well, I think it was called. Were they called the real Ghostbusters? No, it was the real ghost. The real Ghostbusters was, I think, the one from the movie, but I can't. You remember the one with like the old car and all that stuff? I think it's based off these characters, sort of, because you got the gorilla and all that stuff. But yeah, but this has Larry Storch, technically, Forrest Tucker, and Bob Burns. Yeah, it's kind of a fun little set. Man, there's nothing special about it, but yeah, this is the one they got. Actually, a lot of people, some people don't know, but about they got in like they got in kind of a legal battle. They almost couldn't call the Ghostbusters, and it was because of that.
Yeah, I remember learning about that. That's funny.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to solo myself on my on my screen so everybody can see it. But yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. Filmation's Ghostbusters, yeah.
Well, I'll go to. Oh, what was that? Benny or June?
Do you want Benny and June or Henry and June special edition?
Benny and June, obviously. My next one, I went over to my Marvel area and was like, okay, what out of all this Marvel stuff, what's kind of like the Grail over here? And shockingly, because it was a low print run and you cannot find it, and I'm surprised, but I'm surprised this got so much popularity. But it was the exclusive steelbook they did for the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. It's a cool steelbook. Again, it's kind of like that Noah one. You got the framing and you got the title itself. You got both of them there, and it came with the director's cut. But yeah, I found this forever ago. I think I bought this off of somebody selling like multiple things, and we came to a really good deal as like a bulk purchase. And I didn't realize, but you look into it now, and people are just like clamoring for this thing. It's just funny that it's this Daredevil.
The steelbooks have risen in popularity.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody's realizing the awesome ones we got back in the day, and they're all trying to snag them all up.
I don't think I have any steelbooks that are. Well, I do have a couple steel sets over here. We'll get to here in a little bit that are little more rare, but they're not steel books. Let's see. What do we say? You're in a see-through Zeppelin. What comedy movie sequence would you like to see perform?
Before what?
How about this? How about one of the fighter plane sequences from the movie? Shit, I can't think of the name of it now. It's the Howard Hughes movie. Fucking damn it! I'm having a bad memory now. I don't know.
Aviator.
No, well, that's that movie. But the movie Howard Hughes directed, it was Hell's Angels. Excuse me.
Okay.
Hell's Angels. Yeah, I'd like to see one of the sequences. They like went back. Not only they went back and shot the whole movie, and it was shot to be a silent movie first, and then sound came along, and he reshot the whole movie in sound. But the one thing they figured out while he was shooting the movie is like he wanted to be able to see the speed of the planes, and they couldn't. When they had clear days, you couldn't tell the perspective of the plane of how fast they were going, so they would only shoot during cloudy sequences so you could get a perspective of how fast the planes were moving during it. It was kind of a sort of a revolutionary thing for then. Plus, I think just filming plane sequences, there was like a bunch of plane sequences in it, and it was just a lot of stunts for the era. So it was kind of crazy. Yeah.
I like it.
Pretty cool. We actually just saw. So there's your answer from me. Yeah. Which is actually kind of a good. If you're in a Zeppelin, you'd probably be in the World War II era. So that's when that movie. Is that movie? No, I think it probably in World War I fighter planes. Wasn't it? I think that's correct. Yeah, World War I. Excuse me. Actually, I guess there were Zeppelins during World War I, but I just don't. They weren't like the ones kind of in between that period of World War I and World War II, though. The big ones like the Graf Zeppelin and the one that blew up, the Hindenburg.
Yeah. I think we should bring him back. I think it'd be cool to see him in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they determined they were too slow to be in combat. They were too slow and too easy. Well, especially for transport, they were easily shot down, and they were full of hydrogen, so things would get exploded.
That would be bad.
We actually just lost Bob Burns, who played Tracy the Gorilla in the original Ghostbusters. I was a massive monster kid who owned the original King Kong armature. That's cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I love King Kong. But I think is it your turn?
It's your go. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll bring these next two up as a pair. And once again, these are just kind of holy grails to me. I don't know how rare these are, but these are the inspiration. These are the shows that these actors did before Monty Python or before the Flying Circus was brought together. This is at last the 1948 show.
Oh, wow.
This had John Cleese, Graham Chapman, Tim Brooke Taylor, Marty Feldman. Everybody's familiar with Marty Feldman from the.
Yeah.
and Amy McDonald and David Frost. And this is the other one. This is Do Not Adjust Your Set. Here's the other side of Monty Python.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
This is Eric Idle, Terry Jones, Michael Palin, David Jason, and Dennis Coffey. The only person, for some reason, I don't think what's his name was involved with any of this. I can't remember if he did. No, Terry Gilliam was part of this as well. He did he was a writer, and he probably started doing some of his animation sequences on these. But I just feel these are kind of cool sets to own. These are kind of, a lot of people don't know about these two shows that kind of came out. They were kind of back to back, or they came out kind of simultaneously, but they were right before, like both of these shows ended, and they kind of joined forces to, kind of those actors out of that, and made It made Monty Python and the Flying Circus. So that
That's
preceded
cool.
those two shows, or superseded, I guess that's a better word for it.
Oop, go to the chat. I think I'm fixing to have a baby say goodnight. Hang on.
But yeah, I can't remember what Terry Gilliam did on these. I guess I know, maybe he was just a writer, but that's how they found him. But I haven't watched these a while. I can't remember if some of his animations start showing up in these or not. So it's been a while since I've watched them. Let's see what else here. Well, but oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know Bob Burns had passed away here lately, Gino. It's pretty interesting. This is an interesting take on it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Apparently I'm a stinky butt, so I apologize for that.
All right.
That's her new favorite insult. So
Oh yeah.
My next,
yeah, you're up.
Oh yeah, my next one. Actually, just kind of like this was like I think it was like a GoFundMe or what's that other fundraising thing? I forget what it's. Where somebody's making something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue, but this was one of those. I forget the name of the studio. I don't see it on here, which is super irritating. Oh, that name is a different language, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But the artist that did the cover art for this is Paul Shipper, who is a really, really, really good artist who does lots of like poster style.
It's
but I did that for Mystery Man.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that artwork. I found that artwork forever ago, and then this company licensed it out, but it was only available through that campaign, I guess. I forgot. I can't. It's not GoFundMe. It's when you're trying to raise. No. It's like another.
Yeah, it's something. It has something like Indiegogo.
No, well, that's like it, but I mean, we'll just go with that for now. Yeah. But they did cool artwork on the discs and cool artwork on the inside. But yeah, and I just like stumbled across it on like a search. That's the only reason I found out this thing was even going to exist, and so I snagged it up. It didn't come with any sort of. I don't think it's not on the sticker. No, it didn't come with any sort of like. We only made this like a limited number, but it was only available through that little fundraising thing. So I was like, all right, cool. I got to get this because that movie's hilarious. It wasn't Upstart. No. I'm gonna lose my mind over it.
Yeah, I know what it is. You know how I exist all the time with words. It's not words, it's names. I forget. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, no. I'm terrible at that.
If I'm doing something real important, I make sure I write stuff down so I can trigger my memory. The next thing I picked up is this was a show. It's not real old. It's probably maybe 10 years old or maybe 10 or 15 years old, but it's just a lot of people hadn't heard of it, and it was a pretty good show, but it was called Detectoress. It was another British show.
Oh.
It had Mackenzie Cook, Toby Jones, and Rachel Sterling. Mackenzie Crook. He was the guy. He was the Dwight in the British office. You know, the blonde haired guy had the bowl cut.
Okay.
It's him and Toby Jones. I'm trying to think of what. If you can see the back, you might be able to recognize him. He's kind of a slightly balding guy. That's not a good picture, but this set was just cool. It's one of those weird things that fits on your shelf. It's way too big for.
I hate those things.
Yeah. But this is like a pretty cool. But they were a couple of detectives. It's just kind of, or excuse me, detectives. Excuse me, a couple of metal detectorists, and it just kind of follows their life story. But this thing like folds out.
Oh wow, that's cool.
There he is. You probably recognize him in that picture.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there's Kinsey Crook, the one on the bottom. Probably recognize him. He looks a little different there with the mustache and everything. Yeah, but it's like the complete collection. Pretty cool set.
That's cool. And that came from the UK, or was that?
Yeah, it was a BBC show. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't look at the year from. It's not really that old. I don't see the year on here. I hate when they don't print the year in the. It's 10 or 15 years old. I can't remember exactly. Pretty good show. A little bit kind of slower pace like British shows can be, but it's kind of a comedy too. Kind of a darker comedy.
Huh.
It's a cool show. Might be able to find it. I can't remember where I first watched it. I think it might have been on Acorn. I think that's where I found it at originally. Acorn's like something you could, like an app you could download on Roku, and it's available on just online. But it was just all British shows. I don't have it anymore though. I quit getting it a long time ago. They also were oddly enough at like they had a catalog magazine where they sold like British, tchotchkes, and they had a lot of movie sets and stuff in there. It was weird, like a lot of British movie sets and television sets.
Huh.
Kind of interesting. Yeah.
I like it. Well, the next one I was going to show.
Acres of Movies saw it. Awesome.
Oh, yeah, we probably should catch up on the chat. Or what are we missing?
Upstart was another one of those. See what you said. Is there a Short Circuit special edition yet?
Special edition? No. There's a really cool steelbook from, I think it's Germany, but instead of saying Short Circuit, it says Num 5. It took me forever to get that. I have that. But there was a nice, I think, was it 88 Films or 101 Films? One of those two put out a really nice edition for part 2, but we've never gotten anything really cool for part 1 yet.
Yes, I've seen State and Maine. It's been a while.
That sounds familiar.
She also asked who would you cast as the live action Grover? I have no idea.
A live action Grover.
I need to start. I always forget. I need to probably give a joke answer. I'm sometimes short like that. Because it's fun. But I don't know. That's like, I mean, there wouldn't be a live action Grover anyways. It would be CGI or something, or AI now. But if you're talking about voice actors, I have no idea, because anybody could, not anybody, but somebody could just do the voice. But like, I don't even know, like personality wise, like Jack Black or somebody. I don't know.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Just put him in a big blue fur suit.
But she said, I love Detector, so it's cool. You've seen that. Did it have a commentary? I can't remember. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if I watched it all online. I don't know if I've actually watched these discs or not, to be perfectly honest. I can't remember. Let's see here. See if it has a 18 episodes and 5 discs, probably 5, I think, minutes, 15 minutes. Steve, British comedy, not rated. It doesn't say anything. Probably look it up. Oh, okay. Here's the bonus thing on here. Behind the scenes, featurettes, Christmas special, cast interviews, and photo gallery. It doesn't say anything about any commentary. So I don't know. But, well, most likely not if it didn't say it there. I could be wrong. All right. You're up, Jody. Let's see what we got. Oh, thanks for the opening song. That's Jody. I did the visual stuff, the animations and stuff. And Jody made the song. It's a good one.
Turned out pretty good.
Jim Carrey would be a good Grover. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Lobby Kino for Eve of Destruction Special Edition or Hardware. Don't know. Not sure about that.
Always coming in with the tricky questions.
I Ratatouille, Wall-E, and Up on Blu-ray 2019. Kenny Rodriguez. Want to see? I have a Wall-E from an older Wall-E that I think it was in the same, but it's not 2019 though. These might be steel books as well. He's talking about, but I have that same one. It's like a blue. It was like a blue slip cover, but it would have been around like 2011 or 12. What I'm thinking about.
Yeah, they went back and did like a whole new steel series for a bunch of those.
Yeah, that Mackenzie Crook probably would be a good Grover.
I knew there was an answer. Damn it.
Oh, that new one come out. Eat a good burger. Yep. It's good. Yeah, it's good burgers. Did that come out on? What did that come out on recently? Good Burger. I think I bought it. Whatever it was.
It got a steelbook.
Oh, did it? I don't think I bought that. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I don't think I got that. I think I just got like the Blu-ray edition of it.
I can't remember. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't remember if it was a 4K thing or.
Is it mine or is that yours? Are you up? I think you're up.
Oh yeah. I pulled this. I saw it on my shelf.
I guess we don't need to get any hurry. For some reason, I'm just not in a very I don't know. Some nights I'm just off. I'm not very conversational. Sometimes I can't shut up.
You're good. This whole show is just kind of wacky right now.
Yeah.
But I grabbed the Scream Factory Halloween box set off the shelf. It turned into quite a collector's item, and some might consider a grail. Even though they've done all these in 4K, but they haven't done a big box like this since this Blu-ray box. And I just kind of stumbled. I didn't even know this thing was coming back when it dropped. I stumbled into Best Buy and it was sitting on top of that kiosk that used to sit out right there in the front with the new releases on it. They had like 2 or 3 of them, and I was like, holy shit. So I grabbed them. But yeah, even though those are black cases, this is just a Blu-ray set. But you got all of them, even the Rob Zombie in there. But I grabbed this for tonight because this is a good number of people's grails. I've been on some other live streams where people talk about this or pull it up, and then like half the other people there are like, "You son of a bitch!" So people are still mad they don't have it. But it's a really cool box. I highly suggest getting it if you haven't. Just try to find your best deal ever. I would think the price would be all right considering that we got all the 4Ks.
So Fatty Arbuckle is back, and he says, "Let me be Pinhead."
Hired. That'd be great.
Okay. Good Burger was 4K steel and very limited and out of print. I don't think I got that. I don't know.
I got it.
I think I bought it.
It's out there. I remember.
You probably got it, don't you?
Yeah. I got the steelbook. It's out there. Do you need it? How much you got? That's the only reason I'm here tonight. I'm here to fulfill everybody in the chats.
I don't need it.
Grail list.
No.
I'm going to sell it to you. Which one was it? Sorry.
There was a recall disc in the Halloween set too.
Oh yeah. There was lots of recall discs.
I ever tell you, I do have that. I do have that Akira over there, but it's not rare. But that Akira set, when they first released the 4K, they misprinted it. They only put the on the US release copies. They just put the regular 4K. It wasn't like the ultra high def version, the UHD version, or something like that. And it was like it wasn't as high definition that it could be. Did I leave? Sorry, I left it on. Left it soloed on you.
So
What the hell? Oh, there we go. What happened there? That's weird. Sorry about that. But yeah, they issued a statement saying, just send in your proof of purchase, and when we get the disc fix, we'll send them to you. And I contacted them, and they said, and I did what they asked, and I had a couple of emails with them, and then nothing. Eventually, I had to just rebuy a 4K with it fixed, and to make my set complete. Kind of pissed me off. But I wanted to see it in actual 4K because Ghost in the Shell 4K looks so damn good in the regular and the when I finally did get the fixed version, it did look incredible. The regular 4K looked fine, but it just didn't have that pop like the other movies had. But it just I don't know what happened. They never did send anything, and kind of aggravated. Seemed like the email got weird too. I can't remember now, but it seemed like they were being cooperative at first, and then there was no anything bad exchanged. It was just like they contacted me. I think I tried that. They asked for something, I contacted them back, and then it was nothing. It's weird. All right. The next one I have, I'll throw together as well. These are some other old television shows, and I really like these. I'm sorry, I should have remembered this guy's name before. Got his name before I brought it up here. Yeah, but this is starring Rod Cameron. It's called State Trooper. He may have been in a series before these. He's kind of I guess a Andy Griffith kind of lookalike in a way. He looks kind of like Andy Griffith. But these were really good though. They're almost like, to me, I mean, they are black and white, and it's not, but they kind of feel like noir detective stories in a way. They're just, I don't know, it's just really good. This is a multi-package set, and I don't know. I really like these stories. They're really good. For even going back and watching them in the 50s. They're fun to watch. And then he was on another show called Coronado 9. It wasn't it was kind of a similar thing. He was a private investigator. It was shot almost exactly the same way. It has the same feel to it. And it's almost like they were, it was basically they took the same show and just changed the setting and I'm just hitting all kinds of wrong buttons. But I really enjoyed that. But that actor, he looks like, when you see him in the show, he looks like a kind of a Andy Griffith knockoff, or maybe an Andy Griffith combined with Ronald Reagan kind of knockoff. He. I was hoping Gino's in here. He might have something to say about that because he probably knows it. Well, a replacement was made, Movie Hunter, but they never sent mine to me. So I don't know. The War was good. Okay. John Avnet was the director. He made Fried Green Tomatoes. One he made I didn't like was Kate Beckinsale, a legal thriller with Kate her the one that was good. I don't know if The War is good. Okay, somebody said The War is okay. That's what the answer for that question was. Sorry. But yeah, I like those older television shows. Those 50s ones were interesting. It's just like that early stuff was on television was interesting. It just has this where it's black and white. It's not the black and white has anything to do with it. It's just they have this kind of feel to them. It's just I don't know what it is. Watching them just kind of takes you back. I guess I don't know what it is. It's just clean and it's not. There's no. It's not kind of. It's almost like watching old Star Trek in Star Trek: The Next Generation and stuff. There's not a lot of action. It's just more a drama. It's not like new stuff versus like how crappy the new Star Trek stuff is, in versus like the older stuff.
Yeah.
But that's about. I've got a few more. That's about it for me.
I'm trying to fix this one before I show it off. If I can just do this right here. Okay. This one is it's kind of a grail for me just because it's probably one of the, this might be the oldest thing in my collection.
I'm sorry. I do have some more stuff. So,
oh, you're good.
I have some stuff sitting on the floor. It's too big to sit up here.
I still didn't put it in there right. But this is probably since I had to sell off a big hunk of my collection back in the day, this is probably one of the only things in my collection currently that I've had the longest. And up until recently, they never did a box set quite like this. So I hung on to this one over all this time, and it's the DVD box set for The Nightmare on Elm Street. I thought I got this thing at Circuit City, guys. That's where I bought this. That's how long I've had this.
Remember the Circuit City days?
Circuit City days, man. I walked in there, and again, this was back. Instagram wasn't a thing, so I didn't even know this was coming, and I was just at fucking Circuit City, and there it was. I love the spines of all the cases lined up like that. They're the stupid, side snap cases from back in the day. Every one of them has the original theatrical trailer with a short synopsis. But yeah, they're all just these old snap cases.
I've never seen a snap set case. Like I never seen a box set with the snap cases like that. That's wild.
I remember when they were a thing, and like,
oh, okay, it's that. Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about those flat. Remember those? That had the cardboard, and it was just like they had the big plastic piece that snapped over.
Yeah. But the cool thing about this set that makes me smile is that for Freddy is Dead, they give you 2 pairs of 3D glasses toward the end of the movie, but inside there, I have always kept an original pair that I got when I saw this movie in the theaters.
That's awesome.
It even has promos on the inside for like House Party 2. Urban Commando. But these were the ones that they were handing out in the theater. It tells you when to do it. Don't put them on until I think until Maggie does, which was the whole like end fight scene was all in 3D, but a little bit cooler than these. These were kind of just like replicas, but I still have my original pair. I think that's cool. But yeah, I grabbed that box tonight because for me, like I said, it's a grail for me because that's got to be the oldest thing that's still in my collection that I've had the longest. Even though I've been collecting longer, but all that stuff is gone. So, and I don't keep DVDs. This is probably one of the last DVDs I've got in my collection too. So I had to pull that out tonight. Love that set.
All right, let's see here. Hey, Chris, let's make Babar animated CGI, or how you do that in what voice? How would you do that in what voice?
Let's do live action. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Circa Simpsons fans, Circuit City and Divx. Yes, I forgot that Divx was connected with Circuit City. I seen a video a while back.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty wild that they tried to do that. They tried to make
Circuit City had some cool stuff too. There for a while when they did CDs, they were getting like foreign stuff. Like they would get stuff imported in. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think I bought my first widescreen television at Circuit City. It was a Philips, just a 720 plasma screen. Yeah, it's plasma. I had to think for a minute. It's been a while. When you first get that, when you think, oh, I don't know if it'll get any better than this. I mean, there were a little bit nicer TVs out there at the time. That's just what I could afford. But it had speakers on the side. It was a big gray one. It was probably about that thick.
Oh yeah, they were thick as hell, heavy as hell. I've still got my I think it's a 55 or 60 inch. It was the last year that Samsung did plasma. And it's high def, it's not 4K, but it was the last, and dude, it looks beautiful. I mean, it's the blacks on plasmas, people just don't remember. They were good.
Yeah. The TV was pretty good. It looked good. Some movies would look astonishingly well, and then some. Mine didn't do blacks real well. It was I got it like 2006 or something.
Oh yeah.
It was a very early plasma. It was a fairly early plasma, not a very early, fairly early plasma, and it was. I think at the time the LCDs had come out, but they were like $4,000 TVs,
yeah.
$3,000 or $4,000. It was more. I think I still paid about $2,000 for that Philips. It's when the TVs were still high, and I'd saved money just because I wanted one. You know, being a movie person, I wanted one so bad. You know, it sucked. Now you can buy fucking 4K for like $400 or $200 probably at Walmart now. You know,
I'm watching those 98-inch that are below $2,000 right now. So I'm like, oh shit.
But what? But yeah, we got that there. Like when I ran that little transfer station, you know, it was a garbage place. People brought garbage, but somebody brought in a TV. It was just about like that Philips I had. I think I can't remember if it was a Philips or not, but it was a little bit newer model. And I think it worked. And I said, well, bring it in. I need a TV for inside. So I said, let's bring that inside. But it had like it had a connection module it went to. It's like one of those like the Samsung TVs have that little module, a little separated module where you can connect all your HDMI into. But it was big. It was like the size of like almost like a VCR size. It was really big, but it was like you could put it had a slot where you could put like your DirecTV card into it. It was like a receiver. Yeah. But I think it also had inputs in it. It was crazy.
Yeah. I had a TV that back in the day that had a slot on the back of it, or back side. And it was back when cable, like Comcast, were going to do cards instead of boxes. And they did it for like a little bit, but they could never get it to work as well as the box.
Yeah.
But this TV was like ready for it, which was super weird. But I tried it through Comcast, and every time I'd get one, it lasts like maybe a month. And then finally I was just like, just give me the box back.
You missed all kinds of stuff, Alex.
You missed everything, man. We're 30 minutes out from being done. But you missed the wheel of death, but you didn't win. So so you missed yourself losing. God.
Oh, wow, 480 plasma screen.
480 plasma screen.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably from like the very, very early. I think plasma screen, I think those widescreen TVs have been around I think they were around even back in the like maybe late 80s, early 90s, if you're rich enough to be able to buy one. Because have you ever seen like some of these older movies where they'll have somebody in a pen and you'll see one? Maybe not maybe early 90s, maybe, but they kind of came out officially in the like kind of early to mid 90s, I think, technically, when they first come out, but they were like $10,000. then,
Oh yeah,
crazy money. That's probably something like that. That was 480. I'm not saying he paid $10,000 for them. I'm just saying that those early ones were probably, but 480 then was blazingly good though. If you're compared to like a standard, standard television.
Yeah,
And,
I guess it was early 2000s up until 2006. I worked at a high to mid end electronic store. So we were getting those flat screen plasmas. I remember we had a 50-inch hanging on the wall, and God, it was so stupid money. And then I did sales for like a month and realized I hate commission sales so much. And then I switched over to install. So then I was hanging those TVs on rich people's walls, and those boxes you were talking about that one you had came with back in the day. The connector going up there was basically like a DVI cable. I mean, it was huge. And I used to have to fish that shit through walls to get it up behind the TV. And it's like this wide.
about as
Those things
wide
were
as the gap
dumb.
between the studs.
Yeah, if you hit a stud going this way, you just like, it's over. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to completely demolish your wall now.
Fancy DVDs. There's a wider selection of movies, so many movies have not gotten upgrades like DVDs. Well, I mean, it's the same thing going from VHS to DVD. There's far more. I don't know these days. They've probably shortened the gap over the last probably 10 years, but that used to be like that. But I think a lot of that stuff is really, there's a lot of stuff that came out in the 80s and stuff were just these crappy, like, and there's nothing wrong with it, but they were just like these really crappy, like almost homemade shot on VHS camera movies, some of that, stuff like that. That did get some kind of release, but, and there's nothing wrong with independent movies. I'm just saying that they were independent movies, but they were crap, Let's see. I want a 300 disc carousel. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those were awesome.
They used to make the DVD ones, didn't they? They made some for DVDs, didn't they?
Yeah, they had those for DVDs.
Wish they didn't stop making this stuff. It's just there's a lot of things they don't make anymore like that. I think it's a lot because physical media just I think somewhat, I mean, obviously digital's easier altogether, but I think they made all that stuff easier just so they could make more profit. They get rid of all this mechanized stuff, everything, all like infrastructure type of, where you didn't have to sell so many like these large component pieces. It was cheaper for these companies. They make more money. They charge the same damn amount of money for some of the product, but they cost like 100 times less to manufacture or something, like an iPod or something like that.
Right.
Now it's just on your phone, Oh, let me grab something here. This is one that it's not rare, but I don't see a lot of people having it. About lost my breath picking it up, but this is the X-Files DVD set.
Oh, the DVD set. Oh shit, I remember that thing. Damn. That's cool. Yeah, back in the DVD, I had the individual, just like where they were freaking huge. How big are they in that thing?
Oh, the inner,
the actual like per season. I know when you bought them by the season, they were fat collections that like kept unfolding. You open them up and they just unfold.
That's the first season. They're not
put them in books.
Yeah, it's like, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 discs.
Nice. Yeah, I had the individual seasons, but I remember when that box hit, I was like, damn, that's cool.
The only thing it does have some little special booklet at the end. I was gonna say the only thing it didn't have is like some special book, but it does. I don't know if it's a special book or it comes with one of the movies. I can't remember. Sorry, I'm rattling that around right next to Yeah, this looks like one of the movies. Or no, they're the bonus features, it looks like. Sorry about that. It's just a little bonus feature booklet. But I did, even though I have this, I end up going back and buying the Blu-ray set too.
Yeah.
I didn't pull it down though, because it's not very special. That's the only thing I didn't like. That's why I ultimately kept this. I mean, I was never going to get rid of this anyways, but if I can, this damn thing weighs like 20 pounds. I just want to try to, on the inside, this should have been on the outside, this picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it does have something else down there. Sorry, you're just going to have to listen to me far out. I keep banging the mic into it, and it's annoying.
You're good.
Oh, it does have a pull-out drawer at the bottom with some supplemental stuff in it. I haven't looked at this forever. It sits up high where I can't get to it. God, I'm about to dump this thing out to get that shit out of there. It was stuck to the bottom of the drawer. It's got a bunch of supplemental stuff in it. I bought this like right before that movie. One of the movies came out. It's got some cards.
Oh, nice.
Little cards in there, and there's something else. What that is? But this is interesting. This looks like a voucher for the movie you could have turned in.
Oh.
Focusing. Yeah. It's weird. There's some other advertisement stuff. I don't know what this is. It's a little magazine.
Yeah, it's like a little reprint of a magazine.
Comic book.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like a poster. I forgot it had all this stuff. Be cool if it's this poster he has hanging up on his wall.
I was just thinking that, but then I saw like the red, and I was like, "Oh, it's definitely not." But yeah, it should have came with the poster he had hanging up behind him.
It's just the X-Files. I'm not going to completely unfold this.
I was gonna say it looks huge. Nice.
I can't get it on the screen. There we go. I think it's for the movies, what it looks like. I don't know if this set got promoted with the movie or what. And it come with this booklet. A really nice set. This looks like I know one set I should have pulled was the Lone Gunman. I have that. And it it had kind of some controversy behind it too, because they have that episode that came out. They had that episode of the planes flying into the World Trade Center that came out only a few months before it actually happened. It was like the plane got remotely controlled into the World Trade Center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of eerily similar to what happened.
Odd coinky dinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show was pretty well received for a spin-off, but then it got canceled. And some people think it was because of that. It's why it got canceled. Some of that stuff. It's kind of weird. Sorry about me bumping the mic so much.
Yeah, you're good.
So how does everyone feel about the artwork on the new Lionsgate limited release of The Doors?
Mine is actually I know what artwork you're talking about just based on the website. Mine's actually in the mailbox right now at the other end of the neighborhood. I didn't get it to show off tonight, so I haven't seen it in hand. I mean, it's cool. Again, I'd like to see it in hand, but I'm digging. There was the older Doors steelbook. I really dig it. So I was surprised they did this, but I'm anxious to see how it actually looks. Again, we have the mailbox clusters here in my neighborhood. Fucking hate them. So my mailbox is way the hell down there, and I just didn't even think to drive down there after work today. So I didn't get it, unfortunately. I'll show off my next one while we're just hanging out here. I went through my OG Disney steelbooks and was like, all right, what's kind of like the Grail here? And out of all of them, this may not be like the Grail as far as like the hardest to find or whatever, but I just love this movie so much, so I grabbed it anyway. But it's the animated Robin Hood. And this is the old Blu-ray release that they did. Super cool embossing, like everywhere. The people around it, the title. I love this steelbook. I have all the animated Disney steelbooks that Zavi did. I think I've got all the ones I want. There are definitely some other ones that I think I'm missing. I'd have to go back. It's been a long time. There was a moment where I was on a binge and I was gonna find all these old Disney animation steelbooks that Zavi did a long time ago. So they were long out of print. And I'm pretty sure I got all the ones I wanted. I might have gotten some I didn't want just because they look cool. But this is one of my Disney Grails. So I grabbed that tonight for the animated Robin Hood.
Did you mention the doors? This is something I thought about pulling earlier, but it's not really a Holy Grail item. But this is like the Pioneer Special Edition of the Doors laser disc.
Oh shit!
Can't even get this on screen.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got a lenticular.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
I like that.
I can't remember what's on the inside.
Oh, wow. Man, I need to hunt this thing down. I just want it to hang on my wall.
It's got some crazy artwork in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm eBaying this while you're showing it off. I just want you to know that right now.
This in the middle right there. It's hard to maneuver this thing, but it flips open and has more stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, it's hard to deal with. So it's got different stuff in it like that. Some of this stuff were still, laser discs was awesome. They just had a lot more space to work with. I was going to try to see if there's anything special about the laser disc and stuff. I don't think so. Every now and then they would have a laser disc that were colored or something, kind of like they do with vinyl, but it's very rare. They had some that were like red. You can't do a lot with them because they mess with the laser. Yeah, these are just regulars. Just regular laser disc. I haven't pulled that out in a while.
I'm looking, and that's. It's not. There's about 3 or 4 different Laserdisc options that they did for that movie, but that's the Pioneer Special Edition.
Yeah. I guess I can do. Did you just do one, or yeah? I guess I can count that as one if we want
to. That's cool. I can knock this out right real quick. This is a cool movie. If you've never seen this movie, I highly recommend it.
We'll get to your comments here in a second.
Yeah, let me knock this one out real fast.
What time we got here? It's real weird. The first hour always drags by on here, and then the second hour just flies by.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But this was a Tim Burton produced animation movie that, if you haven't seen this, I highly recommend it. Elijah Wood is one of the voices. There's quite a few well-known voices in here, but it's for the movie 9.
999.
This movie is crazy. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
it's really, really good. I love this movie. This was I think this was a German steelbook, but because we didn't get one here. Yeah, that's definitely German. Really boring inside. But this one, I don't know if it's like super hard to find. Again, this happened. I found this back in the day when I was buying in bulk, and this guy had this, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I didn't even know that had a steelbook. But again, if you've never seen the movie 9, highly, highly recommend it. Very, very good movie. Cool animation. It was produced by Tim Burton, but it could have been directed by him. It's definitely got a lot of Tim Burton vibe to it.
Yeah, it's really good. I remember with the CLZ app that, I don't know how many people here use that to catalog their stuff, but I remember the CLZ app for a long time. If you tried to search up 9, it never would come up because I used to not have my cases and they couldn't scan it. I just had to look up stuff. For a long time, I kept them in those big binders before I built this and started displaying them before I had the channel. And you would put like 9, it wouldn't find it. So I never did get it put in there until I finally put all my stuff back on the shelves and could scan the barcode. It was weird.
That's
But
crazy.
I'll try to hurry up here. I had a couple things here I want to show you guys, but this is one that's a little more harder to find. I think this is like a European edition or something. I can't remember. But this is the Battlestar Galactica. I mean, it's everything. It's got the movies. It has all the seasons, the movies. Now this is the new Battlestar Galactica, not the old. It has the movies. I always forget the name of that series they released at the very. It was a spin-off series. Yeah, these were Galactica or Caprica, excuse me. But it has like all the series in it.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Plus Caprica, and it has the movies. But trying to find Caprica there. There it is. That spin-off series. And I think at the very end are the movies. All Blu-ray there, yeah. Or at least one of them there. I think there was multiple movies, I think. But yeah.
That's cool.
Called Ultimate Collections. That might be sort of a holy grail, but I'm pretty sure it can be found. But it was just this rare thing that came up on Amazon, and I was like, when I seen it, I was like, I don't really have the money for this, but I got to get it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think I've ever seen that. So you might have something there.
Yeah. I just liked it because it had everything. You rarely see that where it'll have like all the whole series plus the movies, and it had that spin-off series. That was what was kind of rare about it with the spin-off series.
Yeah.
Trying to get up here where we get to trying to see where we left off at on the chat. We already done this one. I still have the.
Oh yeah, man. With that, he's still got the Nightmare DVD box. I mean, yeah, man. I can't. I mean, I've even got the new 4K Steelbooks box, but I can't let go of that DVD set. It's just too good.
Oh yeah, okay. This is about where it was. Yeah, here we go. Favorite scene from the movie. Favorite scene from a movie from 1985 to 1995. Favorite scene from a movie from 1985 to 1995.
Oh, that's hard. I'd almost have to have like some theatrical posters in front of me from that time frame, just so I didn't mess up.
That is interesting. It's so many. That's hard. How many scenes are in?
I know she's
movie?
always got the questions. She's got
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're the kind of movie. They're the kind of questions I need to think about for a second.
yeah,
Some people
yeah,
might, but I like when it comes to a scene, I don't know. You know, like because I can't. I'm trying to just recall all the movies that I've
right.
seen. You know, I mean, I can just choose one. You know what? You know, and it's hard to even just choose something in there. Like, you know, it's stupid. You know, I hate using it, but like, you know, this scene where the license plate spinning and Back to the Future. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
something like that. You know, it's probably not my favorite scene, but I'd have to kind of look at a list of movies, the movies that I have seen. And, you know, you think, well, if it's a memorable scene, you'd remember it. But you know how it is. They all kind of mush together and you see so much stuff. So
Especially at our
I love
age.
your
Jesus.
questions. Though. I love them because they are great. They are great questions. Shoot, I don't know. See, but when at first I started thinking about, I started thinking about a scene from like The Right Stuff, but The Right Stuff came out before '85, so that can't count that. Came out like '81 or '82 or something like that. All right, try kids. I think that's commenting on somebody. I keep. Okay, here we go. What will happen in what order? Prince by Optic, Beck by Optic, Garth Brooks by Optic.
Probably Prince for sure.
Yeah.
I could see a Prince happening soon between Beck and Garth.
I see a Garth Brooks one before Beck.
Yeah, you'd probably see it. I just want to know where the bodies are, G. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna start that up here.
We need a Optic on his alter ego.
Yeah, Chris Gaines. Yeah. I definitely want that. I mean, I think we got it back when that album came out. I think like that was part of the deal. Like, watch this VH1 behind the music of this made up artist that may or may not be a serial killer. We don't know. Well, what else we got?
Ideas for Doors art. I'd prove from Stacy. A similar drawing of all four, a recreation of Lizard King portrait, something with waiting for the sun. I'm unclear what they want with that one.
It was a lot. There was a lot of artwork going on. I liked it though.
Is this which
it was
one
very
I had
Doors.
or the new one you're talking about, the 4K? I didn't know. I'd probably just buy just a regular 4K of it when it comes out.
Yeah, I'll probably do an unboxing video of the.
Is it a steelbook?
Yeah, I got the steelbook of it, and it was a Lionsgate limited exclusive, so it'll have a slip on it, and there's some wild stuff going on. It's got some artwork to it for sure.
No, I think it met an Incredible Journey, where the Incredible Journey DVD goes to find its own.
That's a lot. It does look better to me. Yeah. I might do that. There was like a little series I was doing on TikTok where it was like Blu-ray versus 4K, where I was starting to show off like who did it better on the steelbook end of it. What did the old Blu-ray beat the new 4K version? I think I did like 3 or 4 episodes of that. I need to do another one. So maybe Doors will be a good one to do. I'll show off both of those.
Well, Gary Cole NBC program Midnight Caller get a special edition. I don't know if that is exactly.
The deep cuts, what that is.
Yeah, I know. No, they got me on that one. Probably get me on a lot of them, but I don't know what that is exactly. I always think of that. I always think there's a sketch in the Ben Stiller show where it's some kind of set up to be like a thriller, but it's like this hotline to the devil or something, and he's like talking to people. I think it's like a radio host that keeps talking to people, but he's increasingly sweating. I think at the end of it, he's like turns into the devil or something crazy like that. It's some weird sketch, but I was thinking about that when she puts that up.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Top 3 Robin Hood animated characters.
Oh, from the movie I pulled.
Okay.
I mean, the king was good. The snake was good, and then of course Robin Hood. So there you go.
Looked like an Indian in that lenticular.
Yeah, it was like
lenticular
it's
picture.
from that scene where they're just tripping balls in the desert. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a bearded a bearded. Maybe I can get it closer.
Nah, it blacks out. I mean, I
No,
could tell what it was. There you go.
Come back in.
Nope, wrong one.
I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm sorry.
It's like me when I'm having to host. There you go.
It's the bearded Jim. It's for some reason the speed of the camera is moving almost too slow to pick it up for some reason. You can see the Indian, but for some reason it's not picking up Jim for some reason. I can't see his image coming in.
You catch like the tail end when he's got a microphone up to his face.
Yeah, I don't this the camera speed or something's too slow to capture it. Or it's too fast or too slow. It's probably too fast.
Well, yeah, it's definitely inspired by the tripping ball scene in the desert in the movie. So I don't know. I think that whole set's. I mean, I found a couple on eBay. I might just pull the trigger just to have that. I don't even own a laser disc.
It's fun, but I've got, I don't even have really that many for a collector, and it's too many. It's like vinyl. You get so much. It's like you start thinking, when I move, I got to move all this crap.
Right.
In laser disc weigh probably twice as much as vinyl. Same size, but they weigh more.
Yeah.
They're thicker. And
they're thicker. Material.
Yeah. And they're just, okay, where are we? Okay, it was a lenticular image. Yeah. Enjoy 9. Okay, we're just kind of behind on some of this. Make Dumb and Dumber Dog Wagon 4K case, a steel book. Oh, okay, yeah, the dog shagging wagon. Yeah.
The shagging wagon.
That would be cool if it was carpeted, because they did the Northern. Remember the Northern Exposure DVDs for the Northern Exposure TV shows? They were it's like camping. It was like a sleeping bag that went over top of the DVD case. I have one of them, but I never had the whole set of them. I have all the Northern Exposure, but I only had one of the sleeping bag cases. The later releases just looked like a sleeping bag printed on the front of the case, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But you got the physical like material on there. I will buy that Battlestar Galactica set off you. I want it.
You got a buyer.
Yeah.
I've never even looked that up. I'd be
eager to see. That's one thing I just can't sell. No. I like it too much. Yeah. Surely you can find. You just have to look for it, but I don't.
That might be one of those things. I don't know.
Things where it's just going for like $3,000 or something crazy.
I know, right?
How did you score that BSG Ultimate set? It was on Amazon. I'm trying to think how long ago it was. That's probably been 15 years ago. I might be exaggerating my time. I can't remember. But it's probably been 10 to 15 years ago. And I was just on there. I was on there looking for it. I think I was just looking up maybe if they made a complete set of it. Because I had it a different way. I don't know if I had the DVDs of it or something. I was looking to see if they had a Blu-ray set, and it came up, and I was like, what the heck is this? And it was high, though. It was like $250.
Wow.
Way back then. It was expensive then. It was way up there, and I was like, I was working a job, but I really couldn't afford it at that time. Afford something like that, and I was like, I pulled the trigger on it anyways. It was one of those stupid impulse buys.
Yeah, you can't fight them.
I might be wrong. It might have been $150. It was $150, $200 or $250 or so. It was stupid high for the time when I was buying it. What do you want more? Combine Legacy Quell for G.I. Jane and hopefully I don't know what and Dangerous Minds or combined. I don't know what that word is for downtown and mixed nuts. It's Legacy Quell. That's what it's. But
Like
I don't know.
prequel. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I guess that's what she's talking about.
I like it.
I want to get that. Those girls I watched, those Vietnamese girls watched. They've been watching the Transformers, and they watched the very. They watched that, the Rise of the Beast. They watched that one. They watched Rise of the Beast, and I watched it again. I don't hate that movie. It's not that bad, actually. I think it's better than some of the latter ones with Mark Wahlberg. Which, after watching, I've watched them a million times, all of them. But watching this last time, watching the Mark Wahlberg, the worst thing about those two movies he's in. Are you froze? Am I froze? Shit. I'll keep on talking. But the Mark Wahlberg ones, after watching those, that the continuity's, well, the continuity so much with it, but it's really choppy on the editing. I don't know if anybody can remember that on the movies. They're just, the editing's really bad. Like the Shia LaBeouf movies, or it seemed like the early movies, are just the editing's better on them. They don't kind of break up in the continuity from what's going on. It seemed like the continuity's jumped. Like you just kind of get that where you just jump from you just kind of jump from one scene to another, and the jump don't really make sense, or the location jump or something, or the time between the location jump. It's kind of aggravating. Let me go through some of your stuff. I don't know if Jody froze up or I'm froze up, so I'll keep on talking. If somebody can tell me on the bottom, I don't know. Jody must have froze up. I don't know. Do you like Tim Robbins' comedy? Okay, let's see. Do you like the Tim Robbins comedy Nothing to Lose? It's a touch tone. Will that be for Kino? Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that. Yeah, that was Jody who dropped out. Sorry, everybody. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Beck Bioptic. LOL. Yeah, I thought the Beck Bioptic. I don't know. That's interesting. I like Beck, but I don't know if I can't remember his backstory. It seemed like he was like homeless or something like that, wasn't he? Like before he got picked, or he got kind of discovered off the streets kind of deal. I could be completely wrong about that. I could be completely wrong. He might be people you look at and think he was like a homeless person, but he's actually, his dad was like a billionaire or some crap like that. You know how these people are. Losing everybody. Hi guys, his computer crashed now. We're about done anyways. I think we're already over 2 hours. Let me get through your guys' comments real quick, and then I'll get out of here. Hi guys, okay. Hi guys, I was recommended here. Can you explain in short what do you guys do? Well, we show off, if you're still in the chat, Sam. We talk about physical media, mostly movies, but occasionally we have on different collectors, and we try to we try to have on different collectors of different means. Well, you kind of sit around and talk about movies in general, talk about the different editions we have in movies. I do have a interview coming up with a girl from Poland that we couldn't have her on live because of the time difference. And so I interviewed her. She's a Neon Genesis Evangelion collector. Her name is Kai Evangelion Collection. And it's one of my favorite animes. And she has like a collection of figures. She has a collection of a lot of stuff, a lot of things she's acquired from Japan and things like that. And we had like a 50-minute conversation. The last supposed to be an hour, but the last 10 minutes her connection dropped out. So you'll be seeing that up on YouTube here probably Friday, and then I'll be having some clips and things on Instagram and on and the clips will be on Instagram and TikTok, excuse me. And, but you'll be able to see the full interview here on YouTube. I'd like to thank everybody for that's over on the Instagram chat tonight. I don't know how many came in. But John Candy comes back to life. He is 35. Would he be a good new Kingpin? Sure. I guess so. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. The thing about John Candy is, I think about it, he's kind of a happy-go-lucky demeanor. I'm not saying he's a good actor, but I never did really see him act in anything where he was like he really had kind of an evil turn to his character, like an evil kind of demeanor, I guess. So I don't know if he could play that serious of a role. Uh-oh. Jody said this Chromebook man kicked the bucket. Huh. Well, we're about finished tonight anyways. I'm going to get through your guys' chats here and then we'll head on out. I thank everybody for showing up too. It's really nice. Midnight Caller. Okay, Midnight Caller. Go. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of the movie, but I don't know if I've seen it. Cole, former cop, does radio show. Dennis Dunn from his Big Trouble in Little China. Okay, Dennis. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what he was probably spoofing in the Ben Stiller show. I think that's what he was spoofing. But yeah, is it one where he's getting he's basically killers calling into the show, and he's got to kind of do detective work through that or something like that. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've not. I don't think I've seen it though. For somebody who watches a lot of movies, I don't know. I've watched a lot, but there's so many movies I haven't watched. So that's kind of. I'm not one of these people that watches 5 movies a day type person. I just kind of take my time and watch what I want to watch, and I watch a lot of other things too. So, but there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't have it in it myself to do that. I admire people who can do that, and it's pretty impressive. Even though I love it. Back in the day, I used to go to a couple movies a weekend, in the theater, and then when I got into collecting, I've collected for a long time, but it's not, it's just 5,000 for one. In the older days, in the early days of DVDs, especially, finding them was harder. You only had a few places. You had Walmart, stuff like that. And, I was out of high school and just out of kind of college. I went to a trade school actually, but, I just didn't have the money to buy bulk stuff, and there really wasn't bulk stuff to buy either. It was, you got a few new releases a week, and that's about it. And you either bought it or you didn't want it. So, I'd like to go back in time and have the hindsight to buy a lot of different things that we know now that's probably worth money, or just things that are hard to find. Yeah. Okay, Jody Frill. Thank you. Oh, okay. We're down here at the bottom. I love Transformers, all of them. Yeah, I do too. But like the Shia LaBeouf movies are like that. I heard somebody they were talking about Shia LaBeouf. It's kind of funny we bring him up because he was like, he fell off the wagons, but I didn't even know he was sober in the first place. I don't keep up with his career or nothing, but I guess he got drunk at Mardi Gras and got in a fight and got the crap kicked out of him and put in jail. And then somebody said he was back on the street tonight doing the same thing, or drinking again. But but somebody, the guy I heard talking about it earlier, he called him Shia LaBeouf like that too. I do that I always do it just to spoof his name, but I always kind of liked him in some of the things he's in. He was in the Battle for Shaker Heights. I think that's the name of it, the Battle for Shaker Heights. And and that was a good movie. And that movie, it came out a couple of years ago. Where he had the mentally challenged kid with him. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on that name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. That was a good movie, and he's a good actor. I just thought like I didn't understand like the actual human element of the early movies. It was like over the top. Even though I did like those, I did like the original Transformers movies. I did like them, but I just thought the human element was over the top. The special effects and everything was great with the Transformers and things like that. But I thought like the human element got kind of bad with even though at first seeing them, I kind of I think it's because we got so used to Shia LaBeouf in the movies that we went to when we went to Mark Wahlberg. I think it was a change, but going back and watching those, I think it has a lot to do just to how the movie, like I was talking about earlier, how it was edited and things. It's got kind of a choppy edit, even though I do like some of those storylines they had. No, that's cool, Jody. We'll get you back up next week. But lost my train of thought with that stuff. But yeah, but when it got but Bumblebee's an excellent movie. It was the way the Transformers look in that movie look more like they did in the cartoon. I like that they went with that look. And then the second movie, I didn't hate it the first time. I didn't like it, but there's a lot of negative things going around and about it. You know, it's like a lot of stupid things, and a lot of the things that people were commenting on is very little. Plays a very small part in the story, and it's not that bad, anyways. You know, it's just a lot of that political stuff going around at the time. But I didn't hate it for that. I liked it for the most part. But when I went back and watched it again, it's a good movie. It's actually put together pretty well. It's a good adventure movie where they go to Peru and everything. I like the characters for the most part in it, and I kind of wish they hopefully they make another movie, but I don't want them to make one. I've heard somebody talking about how they bring back Shia LaBeouf and stuff like that. I don't know. I want to see just like kind of a live action, predominantly a movie in space Transformers. I want to see one where they explore more, have a kind of a mission in space where they go to some of these other maybe leftover Cybertron. Excuse me, I got gas all summer drinking that coffee. Or maybe one where they're going to some of the other planets. What were I always forget those guys' names, the guys that had the heads that spin around, they're the like kind of the master race. You've seen one of them in the one of the Mark Wahlberg movies. I always forget her name. The Quintet, or they're the Quint. What is her name? Quintessa. Yeah, Quintessa, the one that has the faces that revolve around. They're like the master. They're kind of like the creators of the Transformer type of thing. I don't think they're creators, but I can't remember what race they are. But they, I like to see some where they like go to their planet. They're not, or something like that. This something more of a. Why do you think the studios no longer include all languages subtitles as promised when Blu-ray was released? More languages available. I mean, lots of studios 4K don't have the ones already running the Blu-ray. I don't know. That's I've never thought about it too much. I mean, I know some of the subtitle stuff, people have been, in the anime, people have been complaining about it, but it's mainly on they've been using AI to do it, like on Crunchyroll, and people's been complaining. I don't watch so much anime that I notice it. Some people make a big deal out of stuff, and because I do like watching in the original soundtrack versus the dub soundtrack. I like the Japanese with subtitle myself, but I don't know why they're doing it unless it has, with the 4K, it has something to do with the audio that's on there. It's maybe something, but it don't make sense that it wouldn't be compatible. I couldn't tell you, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know. Something to be interesting to look into. Well, everybody, I'm thinking that I was about done. I see a few of you still in here. I was just going to show these. These are a couple of things that are hard to find. I'm sorry, I didn't show them earlier. But this is that MSTK versus Gamera 10 set. Having trouble. There it goes. But these were kind of cool sets. And they're just like, it was just like the regular DVD set inside. But I have those. I have that one. I think there was more than two. I think there might have been 3 or 4, but I'm not positive. But this was the Turkey Day set. Yeah, I know there's at least 3. The Turkey Day collection. 31. This is like a ladder release. There's just the regular. Because this one comes with like it didn't come with an inner case. It came with the separated movie cases in here. That's weird that it didn't come with that. Yeah. It come with the movies that came with it here with the artwork. Pretty cool. But I think they made one for I think there was like a 20, what year was this? They made one of the anniversary editions into steel, but I don't have that one. I just have the regular edition of it. That's about it. I hate jumping off here whenever people are coming in, but I'll show you a couple more things. This is the only DVD set that I have left. I have a couple figures. I'll show you then, and I'll get out of here. This is the Flintstones DVD set. This does have I wish I'd have showed this one. Jody's up here, but it has like a lenticular on the front. Is it not focus? Sometimes it starts not wanting to focus. There it goes. It has the lenticular. I'm tipping over. Yeah. It's nothing rare, but I do have the Blu-ray set they released of the complete. But what aggravates me about Blu-ray versus DVD and versus 4K sometimes is sometimes the Blu-ray editions were really nice, or the DVD editions were really nice, like that X-Files I had. That X-Files edition is really nice, but then they released it on Blu-ray and it's just kind of got it's not even like a real hard outer box. It's like kind of a soft cardboard box, and it's got kind of just regular generic Blu-ray cases inside of it. That kind of aggravates me when they, you upgrade formats, but they do like kind of a crappy. But these are a good example. Like that Blu-ray set, it's just like in one set. It's like one Blu-ray set, but these have these nice little fold-out books, and with the little sleeves like this, artwork and stuff. Like they really hit it out of the park in the early days with, and I guess that's kind of what some of these boutique companies are trying to do now with having these special release. I've kind of resisted for some of that stuff. I don't hate none of it. I appreciate it. I just don't know. I just don't understand some of their methods at doing it, because I don't know. I just like kind of original releases and stuff like that, studio releases. But if the studios aren't going to have any effort anymore, then I'd rather somebody else take control. I mean, hopefully that's what happens anyways. We have a lot of these boutique companies get the rights to these movies, and they start, publishing a lot of things, like get the rights to Disney and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of Disney, but if they got the rights to it, I picked up a couple. I collect figures too, so I have to see my anime figures mainly, but these are a couple I got this week. This is all I'm going to show you guys, but this is Ray from the Evangelion series. If it'll focus, there it goes. These are Sega. I think this was a Sega or a Bandai, but get a obligatory booty shot there. Look, Japanese can carve a good booty. The girl that I will tell you one thing. The girl that she collects these things too, the Evangelion stuff. But she was talking about some of the groups she's in. Like that's the first thing when they release one of these figures that they always post a butt shot of the figures because that's all I'm gonna show you. This is an older one I had. The other one I can't reach, and I'm not getting up and get it because it's that. But this is another Ray. This is the black suit. Same thing. But the reason I collect those, they're reasonably affordable. They're usually between $35 to $50. I think that white one might have been $50. I have the one I can't reach. Shit. Let me see there. Oh no, I didn't get it. I don't want to grab it because it's set up differently, and I'm afraid I'm gonna pull it off its base. But I'm gonna do a video here soon for TikTok or something that has these new figures I have on it. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the. But yeah, that's all the movies I have here tonight. I think I'll probably give you. I think we're well over 2 hours now, and never can. Yeah, we're almost 2.5 hours. But yeah, sorry, Jody. He dropped out tonight. He had a computer issue this week. It's always something. Yeah, last week the reason why I had the computer issues is that I use a Canon camera for my camera up here, and it has software that you can load onto your computer that interacts with the camera. Well, that software was messing with my computer and causing it to lock up. And this computer's pretty good. It's about 5 years old now, but it's probably a mid-tier gaming computer when I bought it. It's not real expensive, but it's still pretty fast. I do all my editing. It does everything fine on here, but there's some software that just mess with computers, and that was one of them. So that's why I figured that's what it was when I was trying to get back on earlier in the show. And I had messed with, and I tried, like the first time I reset my computer, I tried to delete it. That's whenever I was able to get on just enough to get Lauren on the show. And then as soon as I backed off of that, the computer just completely locked up again. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even go into the it's not command prompt, but I couldn't get into the area. I can't think of the name of it off the bat, but when you go Alt Control Delete and then you go into that menu where it allows you to go to the file, it goes to program. It's just where you can basically close a program that's stalled or something. I couldn't even get it, locked that screen up. So I had to do one code reset that got me to that point. Now I did another code reset that got me back to the very start. And then I eventually was able to get that program deleted. The first time I couldn't delete it because every time I was trying to delete it, it said something was trying to install. And then the second time around, I was able to delete it. Then I got on audio only. It was just because I had to change a setting where I deleted all that software. I had to change the setting I have a DVD Kill Bill edition that came with Outside Yellow Jacket and some nice stuff in a complete box. And the old Grease edition that came with a T-Bird jacket cover. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know what you're talking about with the Kill Bill edition. I don't know what that one is. I don't know if I've seen it. I can't think of it. I may have seen it because I think I just bought I'm trying to think what DVD editions I had. I'm pretty sure I had a DVD edition of it. I'm trying to think which one I have because I have that one that everybody has of Reservoir Dogs, the gas can. Everybody had that little gas can steel canister. I still have that, but other than that, I can't try to think. I think I just had like regular DVDs. There's some stuff I have over here that I don't have all my DVDs. I still have a like 3 or 4 of those big BIOS. Yeah. I have 3 or 4 of those big 100 disc cases. They're not full by any means, but that it still have a lot of DVDs on TV and a lot of DVD movies that's not in here. I just don't have the room to put them up, so that's why. And I can't remember everything I had, so I don't know. So, yeah, BIOS. Well, BIOS is like getting into the BIOS is like this kind of a startup menu where you go into to make like you can change your startup your disk startup order and stuff like that if you're this is just a screen. I can't do it right now. I'll screw everything up. But it's a Japanese Kill Bill, Japanese edition. Oh, okay, yeah, it'd be cool to be able to get some of that stuff. But hopefully, I'll be doing some more shows down the road with Kai. But they'll just be like they'll be pre-taped because she's in Poland. It's like whatever. Basically, 8 o'clock here. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning for her, and she works, and she has, I think, at least one kid. She said kids when I interviewed her, so I assume she has 2. Program manager. Thank you. Yeah, program manager. Yeah. I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names for some reason, so it makes me a bad movie reviewer. That's why I kind of like having people like Jody on the show. That's why I do that for, because I like having other people around that I can almost be like a color commentator with other people and kind of add, just kind of jump in there and add some facts and stuff like that. Anymore, I'm not even that good at that. Where I've just been off my movie watching game the last several years. After I had my kidney transplant, like the last 5 years, it's been really weird for me. I've like you think like everybody that works, when you work, that's all. Like when I worked, I watched movies all the time, and as soon as I got on disability, when you have all the time in the world, and I couldn't really do anything. I could just do basic exercising stuff. I don't look like I do now. I've gained a bunch of weight since I got my kidney transplant. I've got to lose some, but about 20-25 pounds. But I could walk. That's about it. And like physical activity, you can't do because I had like basically a catheter in my stomach for the dialysis, and I had all the time in the world to do stuff. But when you get like that, I got in the mood where I didn't want to watch movies all the time. It's really weird. Like when you don't have the time, you want to watch them, and when you do have the time, you don't. It was really a strange dilemma to be in. I don't know. But yeah, the Japanese have some cool editions out there of stuff. I'd like to go to one of these days. I'd like to go to Japan. The problem is when you go there, like you're not going to necessarily, if you might find rare stuff, but you're not going to get like any good deals. It's going to be like 15,000 yen for something, which is $500, whatever the transfer rate. I can't think of it right off the bat. But it's going to be like not 15,000 yen's not that much. Like 500,000 yen or something like that for some kind of special. $500,000, something. It's something like that. I think like 500,000 is like $500 American or something like that, or maybe 50,000 yen's $500, something like that. I can't remember the transfer rate. That's all right. Yeah, I'm going way too long. I just got talking for some reason. But yeah. Sometimes if your computer won't connect, there's a trick you can do. You can go into your program, and you can go into settings and go to your network connections. Then after you go into network connections, you go into network adapter settings, and a network adapter settings, you can actually right click on your Wi-Fi connection and disable it, and then you can re-enable it, and it'll sometimes start working again that way. Yes, this was a fun topic. We're trying to come up with fun topics every week. It's hard to, though. Well, I'd be perfectly honest with you, I've been asking AI. AI is kind of scary about coming up with stuff. I've asked AI a couple of times just trying to get some unique ideas. You can feed stuff in there, and this was one of them that came up. Yeah, we'll definitely need to do a part 2. I think I could probably get some stuff out of there, especially when we get Mike and Lauren back. They probably might want to do that as well. It's a Chromebook POS. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to, if you have any questions during the week, just ask me. I don't know everything. I'm more of a electronic kind of guy. Building a computer. I don't know a lot about the software end of things, at least programming software. The other great one I have from Japan is Back to the Future DVD. It came with a cardboard DeLorean to build and the DeLorean car license plate from 1985. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. It's kind of weird. The United States, that's what I was thinking. I was going to talk to Kai about that. I was going to ask her I was going to tell her how I don't think she's a big movie collector. But it's how like Europe and some other places, how they get these really cool releases. And it's really, kind of a bummer that we don't get such good releases. Yeah. Yeah. It's sometime like that. I have a laptop sitting here I use for more personal stuff that I don't like to clog this computer up with other business related things, and I just try to keep all of it clear, and I don't want to get viruses and stuff on it. So I know how it is. I have one here. It needs to really be upgraded, but it's still clunking away. So laptops have got expensive to get a half decent one. But what was I talking about, everybody? Oh, I was talking about the Japanese editions of stuff. Let me lay my mic out here so it captures my voice a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I turned it in earlier, and but a lot of times when I'm talking, I'm sorry I'm turned away, because a lot of times I try to pay attention to the chat and not look at the camera up here. I got the camera up so you don't see this. Like, no matter, I could lose 25 pounds and I'll still be thick necked. It's just a family thing. My grandfather was like that. My dad's like that. Currently in 4K Warner release, some Ultimate Collector editions that include steelbook and posters and cards. I have bought the latest from UK instead of US versions. Yeah, the worst thing about it, I don't care. The 4K, I don't care, because 4K is, like, as far as I know, is not locked it's not region locked at all. I don't know if there's any. I've not run into any yet that's region locked. The Blu-rays were, and I do have a region free player, but I don't know if it's not working right now. I don't know if it went bad or it's just something I've got to fix. I don't know. It may just need to be unplugged and reset and then redone, but I don't know. It's just it's crazy that they do that. Lethal Weapon 1, The Corpse Bride, The Conjuring, Blazing Saddles. Oh yeah. Those steelbooks, or are they just regular top releases? I'm slowly getting back into collecting. I kind of slowed down there. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't need to buy tons of stuff because I've got, like, very little space. It's getting to the point where it'll be putting stuff in boxes, and because I don't have, because my other room's where all my television is. This is just movies in here, and it's kind of all around me. It's not tall like this shelf all around me, but I've got other type of shelves around me, and it's basically just Blu-rays in here, just Blu-rays and 4Ks and steelbooks and special sets, things like that. And those long box sets, just showing they go up on the shelf way up there that I have to climb up on a ladder to get to. Yeah, these steelbook sets, or these sets and stuff from Europe and stuff. It's weird how they do that. I don't know why. I don't know if they're just more interested in watching American movies. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I don't know if you're interested in reaction type stuff. I've never was, but I found the reason I think why I watch them most of all is I watch this. I have their Patreons. There's 2 channels. It's the same group of girls. It's the same setup, and they're all friends anyway. Some of them came from kind of vice versa. They came from each other's channels. But one girl started a new channel from who started in the rich, but it's called Movie Munchies, and the girl from there started a channel called Asian Angels. But it's a whole group of girls, and I don't think actually what I'm saying is the girls started. I think it's probably some group of guys doing it, and it's like they just have these girls doing it because they're all like pretty good looking, and but they're Vietnamese girls, and they watch American movies, and it's just fun watching somebody, you know, a whole different culture kind of watch movies like that. But they all speak English good. I don't exactly know what's going on with them as far as like where they because I know one of the girls she lived in a US for a while. She went to, I think she was like kind of in an exchange program type thing. She lived here for like a year, and I don't really understand their situation. These girls are they feel like they're like maybe models. If you go to, they're not models. I don't really understand their whole situation. I don't really care if it's but they speak English pretty good, all of them. It's not like you're watching subtitles of them talking. But the thing is though, it's not watch along videos. They actually have the movie up on the screen, because in Patreon, people don't know you can do that because it's kind of paywall, like the copyright stuff doesn't count. So they're fun to watch though. They watch a lot of stuff though. They got a lot of, if you went there and got, especially Movie Munchies, but both of them have quite an extensive backlog, but it's a lot of movies everybody's seen though. But it's fun getting their reaction to certain things because they watch like even the Vietnam War movies, which is weird because it's just getting a different perspective from the actual people that's there. They don't really look at it as we came in to be their saviors. They look at it as we invaded them because of that. But a lot of times but I was listening to somebody else the other day, and there's another guy I watch on YouTube. It's more of a political channel, but he's been touring Asia right now, and he's in Vietnam right now, believe it or not. Coincidental, but he was talking about how the people there, they kind of look more on the French, as they look more down on the French because the French occupied Vietnam for 95 years. So they kind of look more on the French as more worse. We came in, what we did wasn't good, but we just came in and bombed them for 10 years and left, left them alone. So, but that's not a good thing, but it's just kind of a crazy thing. A war we should have never been in, but I'll get out of that. Let's see here. Did I miss some people jumped in here? Sorry about that, everybody. I got talking. I thought Gene, Lethal Weapon. Okay, here's Gene. Yeah. I left for a bit, and now it seems Jody is the one with the connectivity issues. Yeah, I think he lost his computer completely. He said he's been running on an old computer. It was good to see you, Gene. We'll have you on here soon and get to talk about I think you're doing like the Sinbad movies and stuff like that. I have the Sinbad stuff. I have that Blu-ray the Harryhausen stuff, that Blu-ray set they put out a few years ago. I have that set it has several of the Sinbad movies that he did, the 7 Voyages of Sinbad and stuff like that. It's really a good set. But it has several of them. I can't remember all of them now. So yeah, it's a pretty good set. But yeah, I think I'll jump off here too, guys, everybody. I'm just kind of meandering on. This is what I used to do when I was play games. I'd get done playing the game, and then I'd sit here and talk to people. More people would come in the chat when I would do that than they would when we were on. But thanks for everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. We're just trying to get it grow. We're trying to grow the channel back. And I appreciate everybody stopping by here. You got some good fans, everything. I appreciate it. You guys are far more knowledgeable than myself on some of this subject matter, and it just makes a good collaboration between you guys and everything. So I appreciate it. And like we always say, if anybody wants to come on the channel, just contact me or Jody on our Instagram channels. If you don't go through Instagram or something, we can probably give you. I can definitely give you a I can definitely give you an email. Like on here, this one here, it doesn't matter right now. But if you want to contact us, just let us know like that. But the best way to contact us through Instagram. I'm Bewitched Collector, and Jody's Still Raising 4Ks. And don't forget, I have that special edition Cult of Collectors coming out on Friday. That's going to be with Kai Evangelion Collection, and we'll be talking Evangelion, and she's going to show off some of her figures. It's like a 50-minute. It was scheduled to be an hour, but she almost completely lost connection at about 50 on the 50-minute mark. Thank goodness we got to the 50-minute mark and pretty much had an entire hour. But she's really fun, really knowledgeable of the Evangelion. She's got a lot of those manuals and things that tell you details about everything, stuff I don't have like that. But hopefully we'll be doing some other series, probably talking a lot of Evangelion with her, to be perfectly honest with you. But look forward to that. It'll be out Friday and on YouTube, and look for the clips probably on Friday on Instagram and TikTok. So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good evening. I've had a good time, and I'll talk to you guys next week.